my feng shui master, Mr. Chiang, he said the buttons, especially the social media buttons, because we want to share to many people, right? So you must put red color. So ong. So red color then can what, right? So let's do red color, okay? I see. Okay, red color, no problem. Red color, we change to red color. My wife said the red color like Chinese New Year. We sell kopi in our cafe, not bakwa. So want to change to salmon pink. I don't know what salmon pink is. You help me a bit here, okay? You know my wife is the real boss of this place. Thank you. Oh, okay, we can change to make your wife happy. No problem. Ati, my daughter study this UX one. She saw this and say very no good because the color too strong, the button at the bottom. So clash, so cannot. So need to change to white outline and inside is kosong one. So please change for me, okay? Don't angry. I buy you pizza next time. Okay. Change one last time, okay? One last time. Pizza. Okay, sorry. Last time I dreamed of a god. No. He says he's the god of my iPad and iPhone. So he told me he will bless my business if I change the color to his favorite color, gold color. You know it's the god thing. So we have to follow one. Sorry, help me change last time to gold color. Hey, walao, got your head lah. I don't want to do your job already like that. This is actually quite a common encounter when we work in a commercial project. So in most cases, the reason for changes and revision are definitely much more reasonable than the one that I had in the above scenario. Changes and revision are unavoidable. So for example, our Casablanca Cafe and Florist webpage is actually a few pages website. I've actually mocked one out like this. So for a website, all these pages should actually conform to the same styling, which is what we actually do here. But let's say we need to make some change to this styling. For example, the paragraph text or the buttons color, just like what the uncle requested, okay? We can simply change the CSS on top of every single page. In our case, we only have 3 pages here. So same thing, we change 3 times, no problem, right? But then a typical website actually will have 10 pages, 20 pages, 30 or even 50 pages. So having to go through all these 30 pages or 50 pages and change every single CSS one by one is actually too much, okay? So this actually brings us to today's topic, external CSS. So external CSS simply means all the pages, instead of referring the styling to the top of their respective page, okay, this styling is actually taken out from every page, just put into one standalone CSS. Then all the pages simply refer to it. So in this way, okay, one change at this CSS file, for example, the button or even the paragraph text, okay, every single page, your 50 pages, your 100 pages, 300 pages styling is everything updated automatically. So this is also the industry standard practice, how we do our CSS. Okay, for example, this Casablanca page that we have, I actually do a bit of changes. I split it into 3 pages. So you have home page, then we have about us page, then after that we have products page. Just 3 pages, the rest I never do. Yeah, so the 3 pages, this home page is index.html, then about us.html, and products.html, which I've actually linked them out inside here. So I actually replace the name with index.html, about us.html for about us, and products.html for products. By the way, this is Sublime Text 3. I decided to use this because just to show you a quick demo. Then I actually split them into these 3 pages about us. Here, I just simply put in this services box, which is just this. And after that, the products, I simply just put in the last part, which is actually just this layout, the journey box, just to show you. Then we have all the repeated this CSS on top. So from here, we want to actually bring this thing out into a separate file. So what we'll do is we simply copy this. Don't copy the style. This one, we don't need that. Okay. We will just want this, add import so that the font is in, body, everything, all the way to the bottom. Alright, just simply cut this thing and create a new file by paste this thing in. Simply save this to a CSS file called style .css on the desktop itself, so that I can actually call this. So you ask whether you want to use the extension .css. Yeah, use the extension .css because we are doing CSS. So this is the file. So inside here, it actually automatically recognizes that this is a CSS. I'm going to do some basic formatting to bring this thing in. Yep. So now all align left. All right. So what's missing here is that this page, okay, I only put in the styling for the home page, which is the hero image, but I never put in the styling for the rest. So let's leave that first. And then for about us, okay, we do not want to repeat copying this part. We just need this, the part about this about us page, which is services box. This one onwards, all the way to here, because I actually did some changes to this. So I simply just going to cut this, the rest I'll just delete them. We don't need all this. Okay, simply delete because we already have exactly the same thing in the home page. So delete that first and then paste it in here before the footer. So that will be our services page. The orange button, let me see whether is it repeated. No, it's not repeated. That's fine. Okay, the last one is actually the products page, which is actually the feature, which is this. First, journey box, not feature, sorry. We already have the orange button inside, so we don't want to repeat that. We just copy this journey box all the way until here, 4th box, because there are 4 boxes here. Cut and then come here and we want to paste it in just before the footer. Alright, so now we have all these things. Let me do some quick formatting again, just to bring this thing to align left so that everything is neater. So we have all these things in stylesheet.css, a separate file now. So save and then simply remove the rest of this styling. From this products page, from the about us page, just do a save and index page. So now that I've saved and replaced the file, let's refresh this home page. You see all the styling is gone because the styling we simply just took away, took it into and put it into this style. So even if I click on this about us, yes, it works, but all the styling just gone. Products as well is there, but the styling is gone. So how to actually call it back and link it to this external file? Just simply go to Google and Google will give us the answer. So just put link CSS to HTML, just this, enter. So this is the W3 school tag. Simply copy this link style sheet, that will do. Copy, then let's go back here and paste it on top. So I want to change this to our file name. This is styles.css, but ours is style without the s.css. So this will actually link our page to CSS. Let's refresh. Now it's back. Okay, because it's actually calling this CSS file. Say, hey, okay, just link this. This is style sheet. Okay, relation is actually style sheet, and link to where? Link to this style.css. So it's actually taking this from CSS. So let's repeat this and paste it into this about us on your inside your head tag, yeah, and products as well. Okay, now everything should be back as normal. Okay, now just now as the boss actually want to change something. For example, I want to show you. Say I want to change this H1 to a bigger size text. You find that this is not big enough. Okay, let's do a H1. All I have to do is just go to this style and change the H1. Change the H1 size. So H1 is here. So I simply just gonna put H1 dash size is 48 pixel. Save and refresh. So now H1 become this size. Not only here, but our about us, this H1 also become 48 from 36. Here the H1 also become big, but it pushed the whole thing down. So you might want to take note when you do something like that, because when you change and in your external CSS, which is actually shared across every single page outside, so that will actually screw up many things. So you have to go back and check as well. So for example, this H1 is actually, it works for here, about us, it works for here, homepage, but here it doesn't work. So you want to change this back to 36, no problem. Just go back to this. We know that it's under journey box. This journey box H1, you simply just put it here. Font size. Okay, change back to 36 pixel. Just this H1. So which means this journey box inside here, the H1 inside here, it override the one that you put on top. That's how CSS works. The one that inside will actually supersede and override what you actually set above. So just take note of that. So when we go back to About Us page, yes, this is still 48, but in these products under our journey box H1 is actually set back to 36 pixel. And it actually leaves this the one home untouched. So that is how you change a style in one CSS. And if let's say we have 300 pages, all 300 pages will be populated. That's how CSS works. This are actually image inside my images folder. Can show you this icon. Let's say now if I want to change this orange color to something else, okay, I have to go back to the image and then change it and then re-export it. It's actually very troublesome. So if we met a client like just now, the uncle, so it's actually very, you have to do a lot of work. So rather than just change a line of things. So in order to save our pain, the only solution is actually if all this icon is actually a font, okay, which is actually, yes, that is available. It's a type of font and it's web font, web services that people give is this thing called Font Awesome. So simply just go to this and type Font Awesome. Okay, this is Font Awesome. Font Awesome is actually a list of all these cute icons. They are all fonts, okay, that we can actually use and call them. Thanks to all these nice people that make it available. Version 4 is actually many years ago, but version 5 and version 6, you can get the latest, you can explore that. There's probably some licensing, which will actually have a lot more font. Let me just create a link to a tag. They are actually working on version 6 alpha. Now version 5, there actually you can do it for free. You can or you can actually get the pro version, which will actually have like 6,000 over icons if not mistaken. Now their icons is like it's much more interesting. Okay, there is dual tone. You have like a lot of all these icons, 7,000 over icons. So that's how a lot. So you can actually use them if you want. But let's go back to this. It's basic and it's simple. So because our course is actually covering the basic part, we don't want to touch those yet. Okay, let's learn about this first. So you can simply just call the font using CSS by just one line of code. So there's these nice people that actually at this CDN, this Max CDN and this Bootstrap people actually host this web font for us. So we can simply just put in a line and call them. So how to put them? Simply go to every single page on top. Just put in this. I'll start with homepage first. After our CSS, just drop in this. It's actually a style sheet also. See, it's actually linked to this external one at their server, and Font Awesome 4.7.0 version CSS, and this CSS, which will actually call their fonts. So we don't care. It's actually sitting on their server, so it doesn't matter. So you see, external CSS, you can link to a CSS outside of our server also. Then the thing is how to call them. Very simple. Okay, how to call them? Simply scroll down here. You see this thing called cheat sheet. Okay, simply click on this, and that is the kind of the number of icons that we can use. There's a lot of them. Almost every single one that you can think of, you can use them. So we don't want to experiment also so many things. We simply want Facebook, so I'll just simply do a search for Facebook. So even for Facebook alone, there's this Facebook, the F only, and there's this square. We want the square one or we want the official one. Let's take the official one. Yeah, simply copy this. And how are we going to use this? Simple. The syntax is, let me just drop it here. It actually uses an I tag, okay? Then simply just paste this thing in. Let me just copy this again so that we get the official Facebook square. No, it's the official one. Alright, just paste this thing in. Because the style sheet is already declared, so it will simply appear. So let's save this and refresh in our homepage so you can see this Facebook icon turn out. So that's actually very nice for us, and it's a font. So let's how to actually use this. Okay, it's actually a link, so we're gonna turn it into a link by dropping an A tag, and remember to close this /A. Okay, save and refresh is here. Okay, no, don't worry about it, just we'll do the styling later. Okay, let me drop this Twitter and IG. Simply copy and paste. Okay, change this Facebook, Facebook. Let's go back and look for Instagram. Now we don't want this anymore, just close this. Find Instagram. So it's actually Instagram, there's only one icon, so FA-Instagram. So Instagram is our last one. The second one is actually Twitter. So let's search again, Twitter. And paste it here. Let's go back and see. Now we have Facebook, Twitter and Instagram set in purple color because that's the link, visited link color. So now we can actually set to white color and then have that circle. So how to do that? Simple, just go back to style sheet. We'll do everything in style sheet. So we know that it's a FA class, stand for Font Awesome class. And this A is actually under social media icons. We can actually style this A tag instead. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here and social media icons, the A tag. Okay, we have the margin left here. All right, simply just put color, white color. Okay, now it's white color. Then we want to put background color. I'm gonna drop this. Just gonna use this color first. All right, it's a sage green color. Not very clear. So let's see. Let's pick this button color, orange button color. Orange button. Yes, this color. Let's get this color and paste it here. All right, now we have it in orange button. No problem. The rest is we can simply use padding. And let's say it's I think it's 48. Let's see. Oh, it's too big, way too big. Okay, maybe just 8. Yeah, about there, almost the right size. So what we'll do is we'll simply just put just fix the width and height. Yeah, because it's an icon. Width, let's say, is a 30 pixel and height is 30 pixel. So let's make it a perfect square first. No, A tag doesn't work that way. Display inline block. Okay, we have to set a display inline block so that to make it into that way. Then text align, center to have it centralized. Okay, then we can use the margin top or padding top to simply push down a little bit. Padding dash top. Okay, maybe 10. Let's reset all the padding first. So padding is 0. Let's put it this way. And let's say the height is 30. Yeah, about there. Okay. Yeah, because of the padding top 10, we got to deduct the 10, and then after that border radius is just simply put 15 pixel. Okay, about there. So 20. Let's put it bigger than the box. So now we have perfect circle. So this is how we can actually do this social media icon. They are actually text and it is clickable. So because it's actually style sheet, so we can simply just change the color. We can even do a mouse over, a row over color. So for example, this, and we want to simply change the color of the hover state. We're just going to reverse this too. Just put some space for you. And this become white and this become this. So now when I mouse over, it just turned, there's a hover effect now. So that is how we can actually use custom icon using this nice thing called Font Awesome. Okay, let's populate to all the pages. So what we do is we simply just go back here and then simply just copy this. You see how simple the code is. You simply just call this Facebook button or whatever. You can simply just change the button, say for example car. I think there's a car. Yeah, there's a car icon. So you can do that, or even envelope. Envelope. Is there an envelope? No, there's no envelope. So let's see, is there it's a mail. Forward. No, yeah, there's an envelope, or wrong spelling. So this, let's say if I change it to envelope, and I can have a mail icon as well. Cool, right? So simply just copy this and then go to About Us page, bottom, simply just replace them. Go to Products page, at the bottom, simply just replace this. Okay, save, and we have it populate into all the pages here and here. But it doesn't show up because we forgot one thing. We still have to link them because it's style sheet. We only link one file at the home page, but we didn't link into this About Us page. We have to link in the Products page as well. So if you have like 10 pages, just make sure that you include this thing, yeah, link them up all so that it will appear. So that's how you use external one. Font Awesome is actually just one. There are actually a lot more. It's actually just web font. So you can go and search yourself, and you can use using this same way. This is probably the simplest way of including and how we actually can use external resources like this. So probably the next lesson I'm going to show you how to use framework like Bootstrap. Bootstrap actually is a framework, just set of classes, and then there are some preset things like slider, image slider, or cards and stuff like that. You can actually manage the whole thing for you, but that will be in the next lesson. So I hope you like what you see here, and I hope you actually learned something from here. So if you like my video, please click like and subscribe to Uncle Teach You. Click on the bell so that you can get all the latest update. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.